Well, comedy fans around the world are in mourning today after the death of Joan Rivers. She was 81 years old. She had been on life support at New York's Mount Sinai Hospital after going into cardiac arrest last week during a routine throat procedure. Many people are still asking what really happened at that medical facility. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt is live in our New York City newsroom on this morning. So, Jonathan, investigations, we understand, are now beginning into this.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Martha, a lot of people around the country and around the world have been asking the question, what exactly happened to Joan Rivers? Well, now, as we understand it, New York State officials are asking those same questions. Remember, she was having what was described as throat surgery at the Yorkville Endoscopy Center on Manhattan's Upper East Side when she apparently stopped breathing and went into cardiac arrest. Now, according to the reporting of our corporate cousins at the Wall Street Journal, among others, her death is being investigated by the New York State Department of Health. Now, the center was apparently only established last year, was licensed before opening, and it has no previous violations that we're aware of. But obviously, Martha, something went wrong when Joan Rivers was being operated on, and what investigators and her family, of course, want to know is whether it was simply an unavoidable tragedy or it was the result of some sort of avoidable medical mistake. A very big question that everyone wants answered, Martha.
So true. We're going to talk to an attorney about this coming up later in the program. And obviously, everybody's still reacting to this news and the tributes really coming in from all over, Jonathan.
Yeah, you know, from ordinary folks who simply loved her comedy to fellow comedians who were inspired by her and in some cases made nervous by her. David Letterman, for instance, I was just watching last night, talked about her on his show, talked about the first time she came out there. He was just blown away by what he called the power and guts of her comedy. You know, there's been a lot of tweets coming in as well, paying tribute to her. You know, her raunchy comedy obviously wasn't everybody's cup of tea, as we might say, Martha, but no one would deny she was a pioneer, not just for women comedians, but for comedy overall. And the world's certainly a little less funny without Joan Rivers in it today. And Martha, I want to let you know that her funeral will take place here in Manhattan on Sunday, and if it goes according to her wishes, could be quite entertaining. She wrote in a book, Everyone, I Hate Everyone, last year, that she wanted, quote, a huge showbiz affair with lights, cameras, action. I want Meryl Streep crying in 5 different accents. I want to be buried in a Valentino gown, and I want a wind machine so that even in the casket, my hair is blowing just like Beyonce's. And I think that may have been tongue-in-cheek, Martha, but I think it's probably safe to say that Joan Rivers would have wanted everyone to have a little bit of fun at her funeral.
Yeah, so true. And no doubt they are working on those arrangements and making it as close to what she would have wanted as possible. Jonathan, thank you.
She would want us all to smile.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
So many, too, paying their respects instantly online. Ellen DeGeneres tweeting this. Joan Rivers will always be a pioneer. She paved the way for a lot of comedians. I'm very sad she is gone. Roseanne Barr, R.I.P. Goddess, Hail Mary. Or Hail, Hail, a genius has vacated this realm. Joan Rivers has died. And Whoopi Goldberg, my friend Joan Rivers has passed away. Once again, to quote Billy Crystal, there are no words. Bon voyage, Joan. With all the bad news here on Earth, God needed a laugh. And we remember her fondly today. It's so entertaining to watch the early clips of her and how she really built her career. Great, great stuff.
And even, you know, people who thought that she could be, you know, too harsh at times. And when you watch her on a set with people, no one can help. Everyone cracks up eventually. No matter how, you know, they might think she was, you know, sort of off the wall at times. Everybody laughs eventually. She was just an amazing, amazing force.
It'll be quite a ceremony on Sunday on the Upper East Side of Manhattan.